Let's do this. Let's do it. The real question is, do I want Giannis? Do I want Jokic? Do I want Shea? I'm gonna go with Yanni. Of course, 1B went next. Alright, back to my pick. Alright. I'm not wasting a pick on a big man right now. Is Giannis and Bam together? Would that be vibes? I think it's important that I have a point guard now. I'm probably gonna go. I could get LaMelo. I'll probably end up. I think D Fox will still be there by the time I go around again, though. Yeah, I think he'll be around. So let me grab a small forward. Because these guys get real skimp real early. Like, but Paul George is a good budget small forward, especially with the way he's fallen off in the last couple years. The last set of 2Ks. Do I go point guard now, though? I have Giannis. I want to make sure everybody can shoot, though. I might go DG. Even though he's a smaller guard, he's one of the better shooters in the remaining set of players. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go DG. Alright. Now, let's see. I knew he'd still be there, dag. But his alright. Now let's go small forward or shoot. Paul George will still be there, so I'm not gonna worry about him really. My nigga Lou Dort. What's his defense like? Garrick, don't say stuff like that no more, bro. I just don't like that. Have no fear, Garrick is here. Don't like that one bit. That's interesting. They have him as a small forward. He can't shoot to save his life, but he's a defender. 98 steal. Sheesh. Didn't know his steal was that high. Don't want to know. I'm good. Oh, Juju is still here. If I do get a center, it's gonna be like a Miles Turner, somebody who stretch the floor. Because I already have Dak. He can't rebound though. Would I run a Draymond and Giannis lineup? I think I would. Not many people are beating that. But I'm not focused on centers right now. I got DG. Everybody else on my team has to be taller. Does Desmond Bain play defense though? Yeah, nah, I'm good. My 2 has to be some kind of. My 2 or 3. So maybe here we'll go Desmond Bain. We'll go Desmond Bain and probably circle back for Paul George. You building your team like a prime team? Not necessarily. I'm honestly building it on my preference of play style. Paul George is still there. Oh no. Did somebody take my boy? Dag, he's gone. Alright. Who's still? Miles Turner is still there. Let me check. Let me look at my team real quick. What is his rebounding like? Just so I know. Okay, so that's that. You can work with that. Only thing is, nah, you can work with that. So I'll probably take Miles Turner now. Even though his rebounding is garbage. Well, let me see. Because if there's other stretch bigs out there that will, like a budget one that can still rebound. Let me see. He's 6'9" though. I'm not about to. It's sad. He's 7'1". Can't rebound. Zach Edey. I'm gonna take Zach Edey eventually. And he's probably not going anytime soon. Yeah, he's not. So I think I'm going to snag. I might go ahead and take Paul George here. Unless something better presents itself. Is Lou Dort still on here? Of course he is. Nah, I'm gonna go Paul George. Yeah, I'm gonna go Paul George. Paul George is just gonna have to be my own goal defender. That is what it is. Is Zach Edey still there? Let's see. He's gone. Oh man. Dang. He went like 3 picks before. Now I gotta search for a stretch that can rebound. '87, 96'8". Kevin Love, I love you, bro, but no. It's looking like Giannis is gonna have to run the 5. I baited. Yeah. Giannis is gonna have to be my 5, man. Because I don't want to get Brook Lopez and he just be a cone out there, bro. He literally can't rebound. Yeah, he can't rebound, and I'm just. Let's go to the fours. Miles Bridges. Everybody gotta be able to shoot. Let me see. 83, 82, 81. He brings height, but can he snag something? This is where we find ourselves in a pickle, bro. Because, like, I just don't want to run into that predicament. I'm running a freaking... I got an inside power forward and an inside center. That's just not where... It's not where I want to be. I think my drafting strategy might have backfired. But let's see if we can make it work. That's one thing I'm going to still try and do. Now, if Al Horford... He can't shoot. Maybe Nas Reed, but Nas Reed can't rebound. Yeah, no, he can't. But he may be an option for me right now because he can do what I need him to do. A 50 speed, Jesus. Brook Lopez speed is a 25. I think I'm gonna go with this guy for now. Yeah, but he's not gonna go no time soon, I don't think. So I'm gonna hold off on him and just grab my sixth man for now. Do I grab Jordan Poole as my sixth man? 92, 11, 81, 3 ball. Or do I grab... Oh, yeah, I'm taking Anthony. Yeah. Let's go in. Okay. Wagner. That should be good. Do I think he's going to go anytime soon? No. He's a 79, but he's young, I think. Oh no, he's not. He's not NBA young. So let me see what else I could do. I have a point guard. Do I have a shooting? Oh, I think I want to take Alex Caruso now. My defender. Oh yeah. Is it too early to take Caruso? I'm gonna probably go Caruso Wagner. Yeah, let's do it. I need a defender. I could still get away with murder low key, but I don't want to play myself. I need him to start for me. Alright, now it's strictly bench. I got my point guard. I have a defender. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get Drummond for my bench. Everybody else gotta be able to shoot, and as a preference of mine, I should probably prioritize a shooting guard or a small forward right now because we getting skimp. I think I'm gonna go with Kevin. He was a better shooter than this. What the heck? Sam is a shooter. But let me see what else he can do. Nothing else. And he's slow as dirt. Oh my god. Whew, excuse me. Excuse me. Ben or Alonzo? Ben's contract is insane though. $40 million and he's a 78 overall. What about Anthony? So I can bump Anthony to the 2, put Ben at the 1. No, but then me trying to get Drummond, it's gonna all sink unless yeah, all of that is gonna sink. I'm sticking with the Drummond idea, so I probably shouldn't get. But he's a cheat code. That's the only thing. Bro is a cheat code for real. I'm probably gonna go with Alonzo. DiVincenzo was still there? I didn't even see Devin. I didn't just see that. Dag, I did just see that. I'll take Chris if he could shoot. I mean, if he could rebound. Ugh, that's just the crap I be pissed with. But then I could get... I mean, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we can make shake, man. Oh yeah, Wagner gotta go. Somebody gotta play defense, bro. I gotta make an example out of you. But he's only here for a year. I'll do that. I like that. But that just means he's starting. Drummond's coming off the bench. Now we gotta get rid of Ben. So let's do Ben and Alec Burks. See what we could get for them. What was Ben playing? A 4 for me? Huh. I like DeAndre Hunter, and he can shoot. Does he play defense? A little defense. Like 6'8", yeah. I think that's the route we. Alright. Our team looks much better now. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Bench, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Let me situate the lineups. Alright, let's fix these lineups. You should have. I don't know why you didn't join. Yeah, let's. I don't know why they giving Drummond 30 minutes over this nigga. But it's whatever. And Lonzo's supposed to be getting minutes. I don't know why he's not. Small. You could take some less minutes. You're not really all that no more. And let's get Lonzo some burn. I'm gonna change him to a point guard. To a shooting guard. Alright, who the Magic? Let's see what we could do here. You definitely should have joined. Okay, we got Jalen Brunson, Castleberg, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., and Domantas Sabonis versus Darius Garland, Desmond Bain, Paul George, Giannis, and Chris Boucher. So the first thing we're going to do is edit these jerseys. What jerseys are they wearing? I don't like these jerseys that my team is wearing. We're gonna wear our statement jerseys, but we're wearing orange accessories. They're going to. Oh wow! Why did I put myself in the middle? Why I did that? Here we go.
About opening day, Brad. Every team with an equal chance to do something special. Oh, BA,
should probably put. I don't know who to put on. Okay. And then Giannis is gonna be on you. Probably put DG on him.
That's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Smith out there with...
Well, make sure it's on Hall of Fame. All right, cool.
Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Dillon Brooks. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. On target from range.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Garland scanning the floor. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. So it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Orlando. It's a three-point game. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Now here's Garland. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
LeVert outside, pass to Brooks.
What's the hype about Dillon Brooks? Let me see, because niggas are... Oh. I see, okay. What else is he good at? Oh. Didn't know that. Did not know that. Okay.
Smith outside. The offensive rebound. And here's Brunson from the arc. No good. Brunson's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. And it's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a 3-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll. And no matter what you do, you can't beat him up. He's going to read the defense,
yeah, he's tough.
his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
As always, Allie, thank you. Well, Grant, all the high hopes the Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players, to the coaches, to the front office, and the fans. They pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Smith, 6 on the shot clock, fires the 3. Orlando again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Back to George, outside the arc. Orlando with the rebound. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Garland. Here's Smith. Baseline jumper right on the money.
And this is why Jabari Smith went early in the draft. His ability to find shots and, of course, make them too.
Brunson against Garland. From downtown.
Green, nigga.
Hits the trifecta. And that ties it up.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna call no timeouts for me, and you are not making subs for me.
Looking at our leaderboard here, last year the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. Second, the Magic.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Here's Brooks. Pass to Sabonis. LeVert outside. Picked by Sabonis. The 3 is up. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. And Sabonis slams it in.
Oh, the guy
I'm trying to push the pace for Yanni, bro.
Oh, yeah. This isn't close. He's going right for it.
Garland against Brunson. Garland, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to George. Here's Boucher. And it finished off by Boucher.
All he needed was a little separation. So
Brooks. After the basket by New York on the other end. And that one's good for Brunson.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
George outside. Outside Bain. Pass to Antetokounmpo. With the drive. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
He's just an aggressive finisher there. Inside.
Hey, when you got bounced like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Knocks down the long J.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
The Magic making a switch here. Sohan's checked in for Smith. Edwards comes in for Brooks. Strahl is checked in for LeVert. And Gillespie is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here are the Knicks now. The Magic making their last shot. Here's Antetokounmpo. Sohan with the rebound. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Gillespie. Pass to Sohan. Sabonis outside. Over Antetokounmpo. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Sabonis has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Knowing Sabonis has three-point range, you have to honor his mid-range shot. Very dependable from there, too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Another shot. Banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8
Gotta do
points.
something, man.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Picked by Sabonis. Gillespie passes to Sabonis. The Knicks with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Left side Garland. The 3, George. Orlando with the rebound. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Sohan, covered by Boucher. George with it. Now guarded by Sohan. George scanning the floor. Here's Garland. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. He has 7.
Hey, wow.
In 5. Love how assertive Garland is on offense.
Here's Gillespie. Guarded by Garland. Here's Gillespie. From the wing, and some nice defense there to win the quarter. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. They lead by 2. And quarter
Yo,
number
Garrick,
2.
you home?
If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
We've got Paul George out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Bain in a 2-guard. That's the group to New York starting the second. And Paul gets it to go.
It's clear Ball knows the game. He makes the right play call at the right time to open things up.
This Magic squad, Stan, has a great young core. What do you think they have to do now to take that next step?
Well, Brian, they do. They have great depth and a lot of good young players, but they need more shooting around their core guys, and they've got to improve their backcourt position. Their front court is loaded. They've got to get a little bit more balance.
Good heads-up play by Ball. He sees an opportunity to create and executes on it. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Spent some time talking about his idol. He said the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Brunson passes to Sohan. And it's New York with a rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Payne. And it's good as he snugs it right.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Not much. I'm just chilling with the baby.
And it's a 5-point Knick lead.
And you think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this?
Brunson passes to Cornette. Comes up empty down low. The Knicks have gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. Drummond with the screen to the paint. Ball by Drummond. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexity of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current system. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's Hunter. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot and will go to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there. He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Caruso. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And here's Ball. Pass to Caruso. From the high post. Payne, no good.
The analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Desmond Bain. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Orlando. Brooks comes in for Edwards. Ball passes to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Magic trail by 8. Brunson surveys. Knocked away. Ball with it. Checked by Brooks. Ball passes to Simons. Over LeVert. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the night now. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for New York. LeVert goes against Simons. Antetokounmpo, a screen on LeVert. Here's Simons. Smith with the rebound. Magic trail by 6. Pass to Brunson. And here's LeVert for 3. Knocks it down from distance. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Good job by Simons. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Ball. They get the rebound. Brooks to pass to Sabonis. Good D by Antetokounmpo. So it's Ball with it. He brings it up to New York. 3-point lead. Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, Giannis! A rim rocker!
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Well, he's having his way inside, so they've got to figure it out. Time to talk it over.
And the Knicks making a change here. Garland's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Sasser's checked in for Brunson. And here's LeVert for 3. The Knicks with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. From 17. And he didn't get quite enough out of that one. Magic trail by 5. Brooks to pass to Sabonis. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Sabonis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, this is Sabonis in his zone. He makes scoring in the paint seem almost effortless.
43 seconds left in the first half. Garland, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's LeVert. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
And it's Simons missing.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best. And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Here's Garland on the take. Drops in the layup for 2. Garland's got 9 points.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Knicks out in front. They lead by 5. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take down the stretch to win this ball game?
I think just tough defense, take good shots, not turn the ball over, play smart.
Back to the big.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Well, look here now in New York. I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good, I'd be dominating down low, I'd be picking up that big old dub.
So Shaq, how many of those Game 1 home openers did you actually win over? And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the New York Knicks. We often talk about... And that's it for half. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half of the game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they controlled the tempo and played to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Dylan Brooks is out there with Smith. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's LeVert. And it's the shooting guard position. Smith outside. Brooks against Bain with the fadeaway. And Brooks with a basket on the assist by Smith.
Such a reliable mid-range shooter. Brooks doesn't hesitate when he sees an opportunity to rise up from there.
Down low. Here's on it. Whoa! Giannis with a choke.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Three-pointer Brooks. He drops it from range. He's got 7.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks are one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been his MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Sally. Smith against Garland. Brooks outside. Back to Smith. Good work there as it goes. Smith's got his second bucket of the game.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
Brunson against Garland. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket you've given up in the paint.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Magic. Brooks left side. Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hard-working, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Magic trail by 3. Smith outside. Brooks against Boucher, and it's Brooks missing.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Levert. And he loves it. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Brunson passes to Levert. Smith against Boucher. Brooks from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Brooks has got 9 points now in the second half.
You know, they hit the ground running to begin the second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Antetokounmpo outside. The 3, George counted from distance. George has got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this. But you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Boucher. Inside, Levert. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And it's now just a 1-point New York lead.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. Levert is excellent at cutting his way through physical coverage.
Boucher a screen on Brunson. Garland with the ball. And Sabonis picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to George. Over Levert. George, no good. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. And the only question for the Magic, figuring out who will initiate the offense stand.
Yeah, Brian, they have great players who can finish plays. But the issue they ran into last playoffs was finding someone to set them up. That's something you know they need to address.
Hunters checked in for New York. Simons comes in for Darius Garland. And the Magic making a change here. As well. Edwards, he's checked in for Brooks.
Some guts. Simons finishes strength.
Smith outside. Here's Brunson. Takes it inside. And it's New York for the rebound. A minute 58 left in the third. Boucher a screen on Brunson. Brunson against Simons. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brunson. Here's Smith. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. New York leading by 3. With some mark. Kicks it out to Bain. Goes back up. A little light that time as it drops. Bain's got his third basket of the night. Brunson against Simons. Oh, look at Jalen Brunson. Don't let that size fool you.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
And it's Simons penetrating. And he elevates for the dunk. Bonus on the wrong end of that one.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. LeVert outside. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. It's good.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
You really can't see why they wouldn't.
The drive by Simons uses the glass on the layup. Simons has got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, after that tough first half, you hope he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Back to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Boucher a screen on Brunson. Here's Simons. The kick to Hunter. Bain surveying the D. Over LeVert. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Knicks out in front, up 5. And we take a listen in now to Tom Tip. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Chris Boucher and Anthony Simons out there with Desmond Bain. Then it's DeAndre Hunter and it's Caruso in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And Boucher with the block. Simons with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Boucher a screen on Edwards. Here's Simons. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan.
Love the fearlessness from Simons inside, showing he's not afraid of contact.
And he makes both free throws. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Here's Brunson. No luck on that one. Oh, good D by Boucher. Knicks leading by 7. Boucher a screen on Brunson. Caruso pass to Boucher. Can't catch it in from close range.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Right side Bain from deep. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Shooting off the catch is the core of Bain's game, but he can do so much more.
Hunter with a double. Outside Brunson. Pass to Cornette. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to put one up here. Orlando again missing. New York has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Boucher a screen on Brunson. Here's Simons. And the layup falls. Simons has got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Drummond's checked in for New York. Lonzo Ball comes in for Desmond Bain. And the Magic making a change here as well. LeVert's checked in and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Allie, thank you. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
A phenomenal athlete. Ball's teammates loading him nice inside and finishes with power.
Magic trail by 12. LeVert outside to the middle.
I am back. I had a series of phone calls I was on just now, but I am back. I am back.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Brunson against Ball. Drummond, screen on Brunson. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
It's taller than you think. This is a sneaky 6'6".
Against Caruso. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
That's 4 fouls for him tonight. He needs to pick his battles wisely going forward.
Strawther's checked in for Edwards. Here's LeVert. To the inside. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Oh, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Brunson misses. Knicks leading by 10. Simons with it. Now guarded by Sohan. Back to Simons. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Drummond. Clock at 6. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Orlando making some changes. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Cornette. Smith comes in for Sohan. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Strawther.
Well, he's one of the best rebounders we've ever seen. Drummond controls the defensive glass, and at the other end, he creates second chance opportunities.
The shot's good. Brooks has got 11 in the second half.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
On the wing, Simons. Over LeVert. Orlando with the rebound. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters. Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Brooks against Simons. Up and over Brooks. And the Knicks miss again. Magic trail by 11. Inside. And Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting room.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another thing to look at is their impressive block numbers. They have not been giving shooters an easy time tonight, knocking away lots of shots.
Yeah, Simons put in all of his speed to work on that drive.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
No one eats up more ground on the drive than Giannis. Gets to where he wants to be in 1 or 2 steps.
Sabonis with a screen on Payne. LeVert goes against Payne. Shot from the mid-range. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 11 rebounds in the game. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play here. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But man, once he got that edge, he never lost it. And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Knicks.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did. And at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what would be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. The shot comes out. Ooh, LeVert with some nice D. Pass to Brooks. Picked by Sabonis. Shot from the wing. And it's Brooks missing.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You just got to keep taking great shots.
George for 3. Off target. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A competitive game. You have to feel like this. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on
started Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might...
Then it's George. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Barnes grabs the miss. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss of the Bulls in Chicago. Pritchard passes to Jokic, and the shot is good.
And they try to stonewall Jokic, but he's not having it. He's just fearless going up inside.
And George gets to Giannis. Pass to Garland. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now, here's Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And there's the length of Giannis. Bad idea to even attempt to get that shot open.
With it, now defended by Jokic. Barnes dishes to Rosen. Pass to Barnes. And it's Barnes spinning it down.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball court. I mean that north and south, and what pop this young man has.
Now, here's Garland. That's the free fly. Jokic grabs the miss. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Tremendous vision for Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
Antetokounmpo against Jokic. Over on Antetokounmpo. Can't cash in the runner.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Garland with the bucket.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Here's Pritchard. DeRozan a screen. Pass to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 now.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Garland with it. Now defended by Jokic. Garland against Jokic. And that one, good. He's got 6. Here's Barnes. He's got 5. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in and try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well.
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report.
an amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hunter's checked in for Chris Boucher. DeRozan against George. The kick out to Barnes. To Bessie. On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by George. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Knicks. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their point.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Garland with the bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pelicans trail by 3. Doors, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin. He made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Shot by George, wide open, sinks the triple.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Garland. DeRozan against George. And DeRozan kicks to Barnes. Launches a three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 4. Into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Oh, here's Young. He's got 6. As he pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ball. Outside, Payne fires top of the key. He can't get it to go. That's tipped. Here's Caruso.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong.
And so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Jokic is out there with George. Then it's Walker. Then it's Jones. And it sends the ball in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Jones against Boucher. And a dunk by Boucher.
He's got a nose for the basketball and a high level of activity around the rim. Go ahead and finish, Mr. Boucher.
Pelicans trail by 8. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Outside, Payne. Chance there to push it a couple digits, but it's off the mark. Now for New Orleans, shooting around 40% from the floor here. Onto the pass to George. Caruso with the steal. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. Jones kicks to George. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Buffkin's checked in.
And what you love about Bane is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Jokic sets the screen for Jones. And Boucher sends it back. Ball against Jones. Outside ball. And a wide open look for Bane. Oh, good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Bane against Jones. Hunter, no one around him, hits the three-point bomb. Hunter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. It's just great ball movement.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Teams changing it up here. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Sean Charani, who's calling in with a good story. Sean, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. This is Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Pelicans trail by 17. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to McCain. To the inside. Barnes. The layup missed.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Simons kicks to Caruso. Simons surveying the D. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. On its way from under for 2. And McCain pulls it down. For New Orleans, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Pritchard. Barnes down low. Defended by Caruso. That one good for 2.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level. Meaning, he can guard the opponent's best player. but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Drummond sets the screen for Simons. In the corner is Hunter. And stolen by Barnes. And they're running. A wide open look here for DeRozan. And he's good on the three ball. DeRozan's got 7.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Bessie.
Just easy to say, this guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Now, here's ball. He started close. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. The Doors' horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Barnes. Here's Giannis. And inside Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
To Bessie. To the middle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Solid work at the line of season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And he makes the first. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Knicks. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. 16 points was their biggest margin. Here's Pritchard. And here's DeRozan. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so we conclude the first half. Knicks out front. They lead by 12. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Taking a look here now at New Orleans, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the New York Knicks. That'll do it for our show today.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Scotty Barnes, what a contribution.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
On the board for the Knicks, they've got Paul George, Desmond Bane out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Giannis in at the four-man position.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
DeRozan on the wing, defended by George. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Garland. McCain, a three-pointer, no good. The Knicks leading by 14. Outside, George.
Hello?
Hey, what you doing?
Chilling. What's up?
Nothing, I'm just on lunch.
Little over and gone here in the second half. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting clock. That one, DeRozan. But injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career.
It's hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered.
Let me see.
It's not next to you?
Nah. You be doing too much shit next to me. Ricky. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Ricky. Ricky. Yeah, he's What's up, Papa?
Oh, he like this?
Yeah, this is like delayed. I'm gonna have to turn that off in a second.
Yeah.
We've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his skill to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
He really tries to wake up.
Here's Pritchard to the feet. And the call on the shot sends it to the line. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better. And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Yeah, tell me why. So we go.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. And it's a good shake. Here's McCain, guarded by Bain. And here's Barnes. And the Pelicans once again.
Well, when 0-3 starts the half, you need to pick it up to start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Garland, on the lane, Bain. Pass to George. Boucher with a three on DeRozan. George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for New York. And a whole season still ahead of us. But it's well worth seeing how the updated power rankings shake out. You look at Phoenix, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, eyeing hard to climb into that top five.
And you know what, the Knicks, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games have to be played, plenty of time to turn things around.
Barnes sets a screen for DeRozan. Over George. DeRozan is off.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Screen by Giannis. Garland. And off the fire, and in it goes. Garland's got 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to McCain.
Should that work?
Here's Barnes. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
Did she go to Chicago already?
Inside. Now Jokic. It's rebounded by New York. Giannis has got 8 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that helps that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Jokic. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. He's got his first assist on the night. The Knicks leading by 17.
About global.
Outside Garland.
He must think like he's not playing this year or something. He said he didn't hear about no rehearsals. I was like, we're not rehearsing until we get down there.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you gotta love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop blocks.
Pass to Jokic.
I don't know. I don't think so. All the other reformations do that. Think about it, like the Church of God in Christ, they can't.
Outside Garland.
They can't have rehearsals together.
13 feet away. And ball over the rim and in.
They rehearse at convocation.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game.
Their convocation starts like next week.
Rotating well and also closing out on shots.
Where you seen that at?
Takara, she posted a video of her dancing with the dancers while the singers were rehearsing behind her.
You sure that wasn't for her church?
Yeah, I'm sure, because there was this other girl that's just part of Pilgrim, but she's not. I also follow her.
It resulted in a number
She don't go to your church.
Which girl is that?
I have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being
Apostle's
willing
daughter.
to run the floor.
I feel like I've seen that video. Were they all dressed up?
Jones is checked in for the Pelicans. Then for the Knicks, Andre Drummond comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Simons is in for Bain.
Well, Cool JC, they rehearse when they get to wherever they're gonna be at.
Isaac Jones.
We're rehearsing every day.
Good D by Drummond.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Right side Simons. Hunter with the screen on Jones. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 21. Here's Pritchard. Nothing on the board. Off on the layup. On the wing, George. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. Shot ready. Nicely done.
Wow.
Yeah, you look how Garland can create for himself.
He be putting too much shooting in there.
Toward the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls, because you can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
George with the bucket.
You've got to be in Paul George's shooting space in order to make him uncomfortable. You give him anything easy, look out.
What?
They need a bucket
gagging. Stop that.
to regain
I did it one time. Relax.
Now Jokic. He's got 10. Nice shot. No good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Simons against Jones. Lets it go from the wing. They get it back. Hunter kicks to Simons.
You thought he was playing?
Crosses in the layup to shoot. Simons has got his first basket.
already inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
Why are you gagging?
It was one time. Can you calm down?
But you over there talking about I'm about to throw up.
Because I felt like that. I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna throw up. Sound like.
Are you okay?
Sounding like what's his face?
Jokic against Drummond.
I understand.
Shoots a fader. And a kind roll that time off the rim.
gonna throw up? Why are you still eating it, my nigga?
Because I'm hungry and I don't have any money to get anything else.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Better find you a fountain.
Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Drink yourself.
Critics have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin.
Baby, you